Hello children, how are you guys? Hope you're all fine and safe. Okay, children, in the last class we studied about the blood vessel. Okay, yes or no, we studied about the arteries, veins and the capillaries. Okay, the second component of our circulatory system is the blood vessel. First one is the blood cell, second one is the blood vessel, and the third and the important part of our circulatory system is heart. Okay, in this class we are going to discuss about the heart. Okay, heart is the central muscular pumping organ. Okay, what is a heart? Heart is the central muscular pumping organ. Okay, and it keeps on beating. Okay, and it keeps pumping the blood throughout our body. Okay, when it pumps, it shows that the blood is carried out throughout the body. Okay, and this organ, it keeps on working. The first organ which is formed when we are in the when we were in the mother's womb is a heart, and it is the only organ which keeps working till our last breath. Okay, the only organ which keeps on working without any tired is our heart. Okay, and it is made up of a special type of muscle, namely cardiac muscle. Okay, heart is made up of a special type of muscle, namely cardiac muscle. Okay, if you want to know where a heart is present, just keep the hand on your chest. You will feel something beating, something throbbing. Okay, that's nothing but a heart. Okay, heart is present in our chest cavity in between our lungs. Okay, and what is the size of the heart? The size of the heart is a closed fist. If you close your fist, how big it is, that will be the size of your heart. Okay, even though it is present in the center of our chest cavity, it is slightly tilted towards the left. Okay, it is not upright, it is slightly tilted towards the left. Okay, and this heart, it is a muscular organ with 4 rooms. Okay, the rooms here we call it as chamber. We have 4 chambers in our heart, 2 in the first floor and 2 in the ground floor. Okay, the 2 chambers in the first floor is called as atrium, auricle or atria, and the 2 chambers in the ground floor is called as ventricle. Okay, auricle, ventricle, first floor auricle, ground floor ventricle. Okay, and the auricle is separated from the ventricle through in auriculoventricular septum. Ventricle, auriculoventricular septum. Okay, right auricle is separated from the left auricle through interauricular septum. Right from the left through interauricular septum. The same way, right ventricle is separated from the left ventricle through interventricular septum. Septum is a wall. Okay, so we have 4 different rooms: right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle, left ventricle. Okay, and uh, from various part of the body, that is from the head till the toe, the deoxygenated blood means the blood which is rich in carbon dioxide is collected through the veins, and these deoxygenated blood is poured into the right auricle. Right auricle, deoxygenated blood, and at the same time from the lungs, oxygenated blood, that is the blood which is rich in oxygen, will come from the lungs and get poured into the left auricle. Okay, right auricle is deoxygenated blood and left auricle is oxygenated blood. Once the auricle is filled with the blood, it contracts. Okay, when it contracts, the door in between the auricle and the ventricle will open. Okay, the valve in between the auricle and the ventricle will open, and the blood from the first floor will flow into the ground floor. Okay, the door in between the right auricle and the left auricle, like auricle and the ventricle will open, because of which the blood from the top floor will come to the ground floor. Okay, and after the ventricle gets filled with the blood, they will contract. Okay, when they contract, the blood will start flowing inside the blood vessel. From the left side ventricle, the blood flows into the artery, and from there the blood will be carried throughout the body, and from the right ventricle the blood will be carried on to the heart. Okay, because it is deoxygenated blood, so it will carry it to the lungs, and in the lungs carbon dioxide will be removed. From the lungs the carbon dioxide will be removed. Okay, this is what happens in the case of circulation. Okay, so from every part of the body, veins carries deoxygenated blood, comes to the right auricle, from the right auricle to the right ventricle, and from the right ventricle to the lungs. Okay, and oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left auricle, from the left auricle to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle throughout the body. Okay, when blood goes throughout the body, it carries oxygen, water, nutrients, hormones, everything will be carried out by the blood. That is oxygen rich blood. Okay, this is what is about the heart and the circulation of blood. Is that clear, children? And now let's read what is meant by heartbeat. See, the auricle contract. Okay, and the valves in between the auricle and the ventricle opens. Then the first sound called as lub will be formed. Okay, then once the blood comes to the ground floor, the door gets closed. Okay, and now the ventricle closes. So when the ventricle closes, the blood start flowing into the arteries and veins. Okay, then the second sound, namely dub, will be formed. Lub dub is the sound of the heart, and it extends for 0.8 second. One heartbeat extends for 0.8 second. Okay, and this is called as the heart rate. This is called as the heart rate, and our heart beats 72 times per minute. Okay, in the case of normal human being like you and me, okay, where the heartbeat will be 72 times per minute, and it will be higher in the case of newborn babies and elderly people, and also the people who is not well. Okay, for the sick people, for the elderly people, and also for the newborn babies, the number of heartbeat will be more, not 72 times per minute. Okay, children, and if you want, you can hold your what is that you can use this stethoscope as an instrument which help us to detect the heartbeat. You can use that and find your own heartbeat. You can hear your own heartbeat. Is that clear, children? So in this class, very simple, we have studied about the structure of heart, and we have studied about the heartbeat. Is that clear, children? Okay, bye.